Hello everyone. In this video I wanted to cover the Taoist Six Healing Breaths. I've done a video already on just the lung healing sound, but in some texts it is recommended that you do all of the 6 sounds in order, and then if there's a particular issue, if there's a particular psycho-emotional issue, physical issue, or issue with that meridian or organ system or element, that you can go back and repeat that breath sound a few times. So I just wanted to present each of the Taoist 6 healing sounds in order, the order that I learned. There's several other orders out there, but I'm going to do the one that my teacher shared with me. So each of the Taoist healing sounds is connected to an organ in Chinese medicine, and that's connected to a Chinese element, earth, water, wood, or fire. And I'll get into that with each one of those. I'm going to be doing this seated, but you can also do these standing. It has been said that originally these were just breathing sounds that didn't have any movement, but I'm going to incorporate some slight movement. With the advent of movement therapies like Tai Chi and Qigong, more movements were developed. There's different ways to say these sounds. I know that there are several teachers out there that talk about different ways of making the sounds. I'm going to do the unvoiced. So for instance, the lung sound is S, like a snake, just SSS. But there are some people who do the voiced version, which would be Z. I'm going to do the unvoiced. So we're going to go in the order, as I said, that I was taught. We're going to start with the lungs, go from the lungs to the kidneys, to the liver, to the heart, to the spleen, and to the triple warmer. And I'm going to talk about each element, the color, and the sound. And we'll do the little movement. We're going to do each of these 3 times. Now, as I was taught, it was beneficial to extend the exhale as long as possible. And I can do that for quite some time, so I'm going to try to prevent myself from doing it too long so that you can follow along. So we're going to do each of these 3 times. We're going to start with the lungs. And to start with the lungs, we want to just bring our attention to the lung energy. Lungs are related to the metal time of year, and that is the fall. Metal is about declining energy. Psycho-emotionally, many people attribute this to loss or grief. Now, all of these emotions are normal, not pathological. But when the energy of the lung meridian gets blocked, it can lead to deeper grief and sorrow. The inability to release or let go. So I invite you to contemplate that. And the first thing I invite you to do is to bring your attention to your lung energy. I'd like to do that by waking up the lungs by tapping. And I'm just tapping gently on the lung fields, both sides. I know I have a microphone here. Just gentle tapping, top of the lung fields. You can either close your eyes or just look down and imagine looking into your lungs. And after tapping, just putting your hands down at your thighs or down by your side if you're standing. And imagine looking into the lungs, noticing where your energy may be blocked. And when energy is blocked, this can lead to physical complaints such as congestion, lung issues, difficulty breathing, asthma, pneumonia, congestion in the sinuses as well. It also can be connected to emotional issues like deep grief, loss, sadness, depression. So looking into the lungs, the color of the lungs is white light. So we are going to do this 3 times. We're going to raise our hands above our head, palms up. Imagine breathing into the lungs, bringing white healing energy into the lungs, and then making the breathing sound S, and just bringing the hands down. That's the motion. So it's simply breathing into the lungs. Now, just turn inward and look at the lungs. Feel the energy, even though you're done with that sound, feel that lung energy just dissolving any held on tension, any grief, sadness, loss, any congestion there, draining away on the next few breaths as you sit in open attention. Imagine smiling into the lungs, thanking them for all their hard work. Know that you can come back to the lung sound when we're done with all the other sounds, but just feeling the opening in the lungs and the release of any congestion in the lung metal element. Now we're going to move on to the kidneys in the back, the kidneys that relate to the water element, the water time of year, which is winter. It's about stillness of energy, pregnant with possibility, but stillness. It's linked to the kidneys and the bladder, so water element. So if there's any physical issues with the bladder or the kidneys, that can be something you can use this for. But it's also linked to the emotional issue of fear, of terror. So we're going to warm up the kidneys, and I do that by bringing the palms together, really bringing on energy. And then taking your hands behind you, slightly hunching forward, and bringing your attention to the kidneys, right and left. The color of kidney energy is blue. So even before doing the breathing sound, just imagine breathing into the kidneys, noticing where's your fear. Notice the terror, the fear, how you might not feel safe. And notice what you want to release now. The kidney sound is unvoiced, choo, C-H-O-O, choo, 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 if it's voiced. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inhaling, gathering energy, and sending it to the kidneys. Choo, choo. And I just bring my hands here. You don't have to bring them all the way to the back. So 3 times here. Inhaling. Choo. 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 Bring your hands back to the kidneys for a moment. Look left and right. Smile into the kidneys. Smile blue healing light into the kidneys. And continue to imagine all the fear, all the fright, all the anxiety draining away. Hands back on the thighs or down at the side if you're standing. Next, we're going to move to the liver and gallbladder, which is wood energy. The wood time of year is spring. The image I always have is that blade of grass that grows up on that concrete street and breaks through the concrete. Look at that power. It's about moving forward energy, springtime energy. Now, when this is blocked, liver and gallbladder can be linked to aggression, anger, and rage. So just bringing your hands to that liver area on your right, looking deeply into your liver. Where are you still feeling some anger, resentment, bitterness? Where do you feel like your energy is blocked and you're unable to move forward? What anger and resentments are you holding on to? Now the movement here is going to be inhaling, palms up, slightly to the left to open up this. Imagine as you lean slightly over to the left, you're opening up the liver and you're bringing in healing green energy. And the unvoiced sound here is as you bring your hands back, like you're trying to, you're in the library and you're telling people to be quiet. Shh. So, connect with your liver. Inhaling. And sitting in open attention, maybe you can even feel that right side is more open. Feeling that green healing light permeating that liver area, the liver meridian, that wood energy, opening you up, allowing you to release any anger, resentment, any blockages so that you can move forward in life. And then bringing your hands back down. The next breath sound is that of the heart. And the heart, which is the fire element. And so you know the color, red. So our fire element, our heart, is not just about the cardiovascular system, but it's about our capacity to feel joy and love and compassion. So the fire heart sound is like joy, just unvoiced. Ha, ha. So we are going to open up slightly back and slightly to the right, since the heart's on the left. So we're going to inhale, palms up, and just bring our hands to our heart. So first, let's feel into our heart. Can we feel into our capacity to feel joy and love and connect with others? That might be scary. We might be afraid of feeling joy and love or connection. We might feel undeserving. So let's connect with our heart energy. And then 3 times here. Inhaling, bringing up the energy. Sitting in open attention, whenever I do that, I feel a smile. So smiling into your heart, releasing any resistance to love, joy, and connection. Imagine filling your heart with red healing light. Notice how you're feeling as you're moving through these. Next, we move to the earth element. The earth element corresponds to what we call autumn, Indian summer, just where we're reaping the harvest. And that's what earth element's about. It's about nourishing. Our ability to feel nourished, to feel the abundance. Can you nourish yourself? Can you nourish others? Do you feel that there is enough? If you feel like there's never enough for you, that might be an earth element issue. It's spleen, and some people say pancreas. On the physical plane, it could be connections with digestion and assimilation, blood sugar issues as well. So to wake up the spleen issue, I like to tap on the spleen, which is on your left, and maybe across the pancreas. And then just bring your hands here. Do you feel that there is enough? Or do you ever feel like there's never enough? Do you feel like you can nourish and feed yourself, physically as well as emotionally and spiritually? The color of earth, of spleen energy, is yellow. The sound of earth is whoo, W-H-O-O. It can be a little guttural in the back. The unvoiced. The voiced is more. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to inhale and we're going to bring that in to our pancreas, into our spleen, and then we're going to release it. So we're going to I didn't start yet, sorry. So, feeling into our spleen. Can you connect with abundance? Can you connect with the gifts of earth? So, breathing in. Bringing your hands back to the spleen and pancreas. Sitting into open attention here. Imagine connecting with the earth element, that yellow healing light. Connecting with the gifts of earth and the abundance that is around. There are times it may not seem like there's anything there. And then coming back. I prefer this order for the 6 healing breaths because I like to end with the triple warmer, the triple burner. The triple burner connects all of these systems. The sound of the triple burner is H-E-E, he. Now why I like to connect with this is many times in our current culture, we're over-mentalized, overthinking in our head. Think of all the things we do with our phones, social media, computers. We're always up here. And the idea of the triple burner is to bring the energy from the top burner, down through the heart, down to the base, and then out. I love doing this before bed because it brings all that mental energy down through our heart and down and out. So we're going to raise our hands up and go. See if you can just feel that the energy is draining down and out through your feet. I even do this in bed at night, not necessarily making the sound, but imagining making that and thinking of the energy going out of the head. If I find my mind racing, just bring it down and out. So we're going to do this 3 times. And I'm going to invite you to see if you can extend your he a little bit longer. So it's right here. Feel like you're connecting this all all of these healing breaths are connected and just releasing any residual tension. So, breathing in, look up and let your eyes follow your hands. And I invite you now to just take a moment, close your eyes. In your mind's eye, bring your attention to your lungs and your lung energy. Are you able to let go? Can you release anything you've been holding on to, anything you've been grieving, any losses? Bring your energy and attention now to your kidneys. Can you let any fear, any anxiety just drain away? Can you bring your attention now to your liver? And can you release any frustration, any blockage, or any anger and resentment you might have? Just feel it draining away. Moving to your heart, can you open yourself up to joy, to love? Bringing your attention to your spleen, your pancreas. Can you open yourself up to the abundance and nurturing and nourishment that is around you? Can you find nourishment, and no matter what happens? And then can you connect to your triple burner, triple warmer, and just bring any of that residual energy out of your head from overthinking and just down and out. Now, if you find that there's any area that you feel needs continued attention, maybe it's your heart and opening up to compassion or love, you can take several more breaths, 6, 10 more breaths, and just really feel into your heart as you do the healing sound for the heart, the ha sound. And just repeat it over and over, and then sit in open attention to end with. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions about any of these 6 healing sounds, feel free to email me at drbrad@BreathSPACE. Thank you very much. And go gently, knowing your goodness.